G'day guys, it's Lockie Beresford here from lockieberesford.com. Today I wanted to talk to you about sidechain compression and gating. Now this is a technique that can be used in a very simple and practical way, or you can use your creativity and imagination and create some pretty different sounds. Now sidechain compression is where you have a different sound that triggers the compressor, and it's the same with the gate. So in a basic sense, you've got an EQ that changes what affects the compressor. So right now I've got a drum beat that's being quite heavily compressed. I'll let you listen to that. And if I wanted to let the kick drum through without being compressed or without triggering the compressor, I can push up the low cut on it so that the low frequencies aren't triggering the compressor, and you'll hear what that sounds like now. Alright, now we're going to get into a bit more of the fun parts of sidechain compression. So what I've got here is I've sent my kick drum to to bus 30. I've pushed that up and I've selected the pre, so anything we do to the kick drum isn't going to affect what's going on in the mix. And I'll just solo the bass here because that's what we're going to be affecting, and I've put my compressor on the bass. Now I'm just going to set this key here to bus 30 and then select the key on the sidechain compressor. Now let's have a listen to this. As you can hear, the bass is really dipping down on every single kick, and that's a very extreme example there, but I really wanted you to hear what that sounded like. Now this is a common technique, and you usually use a bit of a faster release there and probably not as low a threshold, and that gets the bass out of the way of the kick drum if you really want to hear that kick low end in your mix. Now we're going to see what happens when we change it over to a gate instead of a compressor. So this is going to have the exact opposite effect to what we had before. I've chosen an expander rather than a straight gate, so it doesn't cut the sound off completely if it's not over the threshold. It just decreases its volume, and I've chosen just a pretty low ratio here of 1.5. And just have a listen to this without the drum beat. So this is just the bass by itself, and it's triggering this expander on every kick drum. Alright, this is where things are going to get a little bit more exciting. So I'm going to record some original sounding hi-hats using dry shampoo, only because that's what we've got in the house in a spray container, and tapping on a table. So I'm just going to start by recording the sound of this spray bottle. Alright, now I'm just going to record myself tapping this coin against the table to the time of the click. Alright, so here's what we've got so far. I've copied and pasted the tracks across so they fill up a few bars, and with the spray I've just added a high pass filter to get rid of some of that low end there. What it sounds like now isn't very nice. I'll just let you hear it now. It sounds just like me spraying a spray can while tapping on a table. But what I'm going to do is add a gate to our spray track. So it's an expanded gate, but I'm going to turn it into a full gate by pushing the ratio up to 100%. Range doesn't matter. You don't want any sound getting through. We're going to push the attack down as fast as it will go, the hold down as fast as it will go, and the release will go medium there. And the important bit is we'll send our tapping to bus 30. Any bus will do. I just tend to use 30. And bring it in with the key here. Now, there's our hi-hat sound.